did y'all see that drip? Did y'all see Chaka? Because that was one of my favorite things from the chapter. Even seeing the caution on his arm, I'm like, that would be an amazing hoodie or even an amazing tattoo. Chaka, when he walked into the room, it just, his presence, his charisma, it just oozed just, I'm the guy that you need to worry about. Or I'm the guy that kind of gets things going. Keeps the people going. I hate saying this, and it's for good reason, because I feel like every single chapter I'm saying this is the most important. This is one of the best. This lore piece is real. The lore piece is...
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
The best part of the One Piece story is how amazing and vast the unique world is, and we've all imagined being the best character we could be and eventually conquering the seas. But why wait to be a part of your favorite series? Look no further than today's sponsor, Nikki. Nikki is an immersive sci-fi RPG shooter game where you recruit and command various maidens to form a beautiful anime girl squad that specializes in wielding guns and other unique sci-fi weapons. Command and collect girls that have unique combat specialties to create your ultimate team. Imagine if you could create a team including Robin, Nami, Boa, Vivi. Man, I'd become the Pirate King so fast, but experience next level shooting action with simple yet intuitive controls while enjoying dynamic battle effects. This game provides an immersive shooting experience in a competitive high-quality format. So collect cards and be the hero of your own anime. Combine all of the top experiences with your waifus in one RPG mobile game. Choose between a Japanese or English voiceover and enjoy the best high-quality sci-fi anime gaming experience. One-handed portable operation, simple UI design, easy operation gameplay, and the ultimate Wi-Fi experience. So use the promo code NIKKELUV and download the game with the link below, and you will get up to 110 free pulls plus 2 SSR plus 1 SR, and check Nikki's official website for more details. Let's calm down a bit. We're just gonna jump right into it. And some of my major questions after this chapter is, what the heck is that at the end? Is that oars? Does Onigashima have anything to do with it? Okay. Oh, I get why you're hiding Kaido's backstory more now. Why do people like lying on Sanji? Vegapunk, are you a traitor? And Emu, are you copying what Vegapunk is doing or vice versa? All these questions I will answer in the review. If you would like to enjoy more of this, subscribe. That lets me know, and let's get to it. Caribou, what is he going to do going forward? I had a really interesting theory in regards to that revolves around Rob Lucci, because Caribou now he's talking to Zoro and Brook, and he's pretty much saying, you know what? I asked for you guys to drop me off on the next island. I didn't say a government island. So it's like, I heard you help my captain out, man. See you around. The only worst thing Zoro could have done have been like, yeah, the way to get off the island is that way. That's one thing you never do. You never listen to Zoro about directions. But what does Caribou do going forward? Well, the fact that Caribou is sitting on a mountain of very, very pertinent information is important, but who would he sell it to? First of all, we don't know who the man is that he's been talking to. Could be one of the CP0 agents, could be one of the Yonko. People are leaning towards more the Yonko, Blackbeard. What if he's talking to a CP0 agent? What if he's an informant? He seems like the type, right? But what about this? Think about this for a second. What if Caribou tells Rob Lucci about Shirahoshi and also about Pluton? So then CP0 goes there to apprehend Vegapunk, but then maybe for whatever reason find out the Straw Hats are there. They leave to go apprehend Shirahoshi. Then Luffy at some point when he doubles back to Fishman Island, he realizes Shirahoshi's no longer there. The prophecy is fulfilled, and then we can go down, spiraling down the staircase. But at this point, Caribou has some very important information, and people you definitely would not want to know that they're on their way to Egghead. They might just already be there. Now let's talk about energy. And no, I'm not talking about the energy a girl would ask for when you're trying to pursue her. Like, yes, give me that. No, not that energy. I'm talking about the energy in the chapter where they're talking about some eternal flame. Now, people are talking about the eternal flame, how it could tie into the sun god, and how it could tie to the will of thee and the ancient kingdom and its people. Or to like leaving subtle references in the chapters to major discoveries in the future. But for right now, all we can take the eternal flame is for what it means in face value, that they're looking for an eternal flame that would be great, that could sustain or support the island. Making your own sun is a crazy yet ambitious gesture that I'm all for. Somebody did ask the question whether Vegapunk could be a little twist where you say making his own sun like little boy. I think they're talking about their own sun, but I think it'll be revealed more as we go on and how it talks about the ancient kingdom and just the history of the world. Because, okay, too many things are lining up. Sun god Nika, energy, making your own sun. Is there a power source like that? Is there a devil fruit like that? Is that the origin of devil fruits that I will get to in a second? I think what I absolutely love about Egghead is things aren't exactly what they seem. Like you have this metal door and it's a hologram, but when you walk through it, it's back solid again. And now Lilith, she's saying, never let your senses dupe you. Okay, what else do I have to go off of, Lilith? That's what I got. That's what I use. I think this arc is going to be a lot about what's real and what's not. and I stumbled upon a random SBS. And random SBS time! And this is so random, but I stumbled upon it, so I'm gonna bring it to you guys. Let me know if there's any connection. I just thought it was really weird. But here we go. They asked the question, Oda Sensei, I recently saw this on the news, power generated by cola bio battery. When I saw that news, I naturally thought of Frankie Aniki and Sunny Go. They're making your ideas a reality, so the next thing that will be realized is what? According to you, what do you think will become real? Oda said, oh really, with cola they make batteries? Of course, I knew about it, right? So next, maybe the sea train will become a reality. Yep, when it's done, I want to go for a ride. So Oda highlights things like this, like bio battery, power generated by cola, making your ideas a reality. It's almost as if Oda throws things in the SBSs to keep us guessing, and it may not be related in any way sometimes, but then we go back, we're like, was he hinting towards like what we're talking about now with fossil fuels and powering things and Frankie and Egghead? I don't know. Just thought it was a really interesting SBS question that Oda decided to answer. What else will become real, and how this chapter is talking about your reality, making sense of what's real. Let's move on. The action part of the chapter, and people are talking about this because we saw Jinbei, and we've been talking about it where Jinbei, it seems like he has black skin, right? Doesn't have blue, so people are saying, well, fishmen aren't black people. Why does that even matter? They see Jinbei and they are confused as to what the heck is going on, considering they just saw Jinbei a few moments ago and Jinbei did not look like this. He's younger, has white hair, and he has freaking wings, which I'm like, if I see one of my friends and it looks like that, immediately I'm be like, either he's cosplaying or he's crazy or he's been abducted and replaced. I'm not going there with you. And after he fires off some attacks, okay, it's definitely not my friend. This is Seraphim Jinbei, and he seems to still have the lasers that Kizaru did, and he has a lot more up his fin. Something that we can't lose, something we can't lose sight of is Nami and her tits. No, it's Nami and how she just cares about kids so much. Bellamir's impact on her, man. Like, a kid's foundation is so important. Dofi, he did nothing wrong. Not gonna go that far. But Nami does not want to hurt kids. That connection she has with children because of Bellamir and her connection that she had with herself, she is very difficult for her to harm kids, talk about kids, not really love a kid. And Jinbei looks like a kid, but you gotta do what you gotta do or he gonna whoop her ass. The thing is though, Oda is such a genius with this Seraphim because he gave this Seraphim, Jinbei's Seraphim, or Seraphim Jinbei, the swim fruit. You guys should know the swim fruit is Senior Pink's devil fruit. But here's why this is so impressive. With the swim fruit, where you can swim through solid ground and manipulate the area so you can swim through it, giving this to a fishman is devastating because they become a fishman on land. The moisture that they use when they manipulate the ground, they can use that to use fishman karate among other attacks. Now, what's not clear is after they use the attack, would the liquid solidify because it's moisture technically from the ground? If you do a shoulder throw and it's the building, would it turn to a building once you throw it, or is it always liquid? I need some answers here. We don't know how it's going to play out, but Oda, so very clever. We can have a fishman that's not nerfed on land because it can always swim on land. Also, Seraphim Jinbei still has those eyes like Boa Hancock. Mind you, I want to point out, Mihawk had his same eyes, no special eyes. Why did they let him keep those eyes? They gotta be special fucking eyes. And also, Sanji's been waiting, baby. He has been waiting, baby. He's been waiting to kick the shit out of Jinbei, considering. Do you guys remember this clip from Fishman Island? Where Sanji was telling Jinbei to pretty much kill himself because of what happened to Nami because he released Arlong on the world, which I understand your reasoning, but that feels a little nasty. A little nasty, yeah? Sanji, he's like, hey man, you signed your own death warrant, but you signed it hundreds of chapters ago in Fishman Island. I've been waiting to get my paws on you. I've been waiting. Like, Sanji says, whether Jinbei or not, I'm gonna put my foot up your ass, right? And I'm joking because obviously Sanji has moved past that. They both have. He absolutely adores and loves Jinbei, like 100%. You can't tell me this ain't feel good. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell me that he's not like, a long time. I don't gotta hit Jinbei, but I can hit one of yous. You look just like Jinbei. Payback is a mother. Now, one thing Oda has to absolutely stop doing is dropping so much heat rock, because that makes you guys watch the videos and then you want to subscribe to the channel and stuff and drop likes. It's just so much going on. But no, seriously, one thing he absolutely needs to do is stop having Nico Robin to spank everybody else and not include me. Too far. Nico Robin and that ability I think is impressive, but Seraphim Jinbei, he's taking all of it. The only attack that he took was basically Sanji's attack, but after that he's like, all right, I'm not dealing with Sanji. I'm going for the others. I'm going for Mr. Longnose, all right? We did see some designs as well of the other Vegapunk. My favorite design is post shit York, like York after all the different stuff. And I just want to talk about how amazing of a concept York is. Like, if I could have that, right? A person, just me, a person that could do all that stuff for me, sleep, eat, and take a dump. And I could just work or just have fun, go to the park, eat frozen yogurt. And this person can, well, hold on, this person eats for me. I'll probably eat for myself when I need to. It's such an amazing concept. I can't believe it's real. That's the main one. I can't believe it's real because it's so good. They said a few things, but even with Jinbei, when we first stumbled upon the Seraphim, it says 98% right above it. So I'm like, okay, is this till the next phase or this until completion? And we saw on its arm, it had like a capsule, like it's showing the inside of its body, which I'm assuming could be the green blood that they reference all throughout the chapter, or a water bracelet because it's a fishman. I'm leaning towards it being a view on its inside and it coursing green blood. They also say that it's still a kid. So I'm like, it's a living sentient being so that it can grow. Is this real? And that he wasn't ready for a laser test. I'm just like, why? Don't go against the straw ass if you're not ready, because my boys packed that punch, you know what I'm saying? Seeing the different forms of punk, it's really interesting. Pythagoras, York, even Edison. It's just showing just how complex of a character Vegapunk is, where Oda smartly, I think, is giving us a bunch of different sides to this character through multiple characters, just because of how Vegapunk is such a major deal in this story, where it doesn't do him justice enough to just focus on one character. It's like, hey, this is Vegapunk, this is what's going on. There are 6 of them, and you have 6 Vegapunks that have different personalities, different intentions, different roles, and we get to explore and discover all of them. Maybe not at the same time, but pretty close. Love it. Again, the tides turn a little bit when Chaka shows up because he commands a presence. He understands what's going on. He knows the Straw Hats, and he's trying to get everything in line because remember previously he said he was going to die soon. So I'm thinking this could be the main punk or the most of what makes up the main punk, but that jacket is fire. I want that, okay? I want that. Vegapunk dropped some bombs, and what I really liked about how he dropped a bomb is because he used it through, well, Oda specifically used it through show and tell. Oda has been a mangaka of telling, not necessarily showing all of it, and so in this chapter, he did the show and tell thing where I'm explaining something to one group and another group is experiencing or stumbling upon what I'm talking about. Just beautiful use of the other group. Just a great transition to show exactly what they're referring to, no nuance. We're talking about technology, Egghead. It was a civilization from 900 years ago. So what we see here is like a metal ores, or which the question comes up, was this person or thing fighting with ores or against ores? The ancient kingdom means 900 years ahead is not insane. We knew the civilization was somewhat advanced because we always equated it to the ancient weapons and how they were able to create those, but we always had to question how were they overrun. The more I listen to Vegapunk, the more I'm like, okay, are you someone from that era? Did you know? Are you able to transfer your consciousness? Because you know quite a lot, okay? Based on where we are and what the world government is trying to do in regards to the ancient kingdom. Remember back then, Professor Clover could not even say the name of it. Right? That might be a dead giveaway. But what is the true secret? How did the world government end up overthrowing a civilization that seems to be this advanced? The 20 kings, everybody that participated, were they just rewarded for this because of everything they did back then to overthrow the ancient kingdom? Remember, these people are racist as hell, right? But because the Lunarians are gone, the continent pullers are gone, there are so many people that seemingly are of different races, different places, they're all wiped out. The fishmen, they're segregated to Fishman Island. The world government, seemingly based on this information, were more than likely going around just decapitating and taking everyone and everyone out. Of course, for the ancient kingdom, someone with foresight let them know what was going to happen. Someone like Madame Shirley let them know. They went, created the poneglyphs, and now because we know we're 600 years or 500 years in the future, but 400 years from where we should be, right? The more you realize this was not a fair fight, right? They had insane tech. How the hell did they lose, right? That's what I'm asking myself. I'm just like, bro, what are you talking about, man? What you mean 900 years ago? So Vegapunk, what do you know? How do you know all this information, right? Are you going to explain it to Dragon? I said before, I think Vegapunk is aware that CP0 is on the way to the island and that the jig is up. I understand more and more why the world government would want to get rid of Vegapunk. Vegapunk is trying to create a world that they've already eradicated. You cannot do that. Obviously, I think Vegapunk has a good heart, right? I think he really has a good heart and he's trying to make things better, but not really looking at the consequence of that. With you serving the world government, you are giving them these secrets, and whatever happens, you got to be mildly responsible or don't care at all because business and the show must go on. However, this is part of it. Again, this ancient civilization, we got to do some callbacks, some double backs, because what is happening? I think one of the more interesting things is the devil fruit and the seraphim and what they have, because now I'm thinking what other devil fruits do the seraphim have? Doflamingo could legitimately have his own devil fruit because they have him. Mihawk, I don't know. I don't know. Usopp is hilarious this chapter, right? When they're talking about I'm Vegapunk, I'm Vegapunk. Usopp's like, well, did I tell you I'm Vegapunk too? He's like, bro, stop playing. He's like, bro, what you want me to say? They don't want playing with me, right? And I have a crazy theory about Vegapunk, right? Do y'all want to? All right, I'm gonna save it. Crazy theory because I'm like, this could be plausible. But guys, give me your thoughts. How do you feel about everything? Make sure to like the video if you did. Subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Follow me on Twitter at BrogODAce. Follow me on Instagram at BrogOD.ace. Thank you to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you to my members. I appreciate y'all so much as well. One of my favorite discussions of a chapter ever I've had today. I'll put it in the description if you want to check that out. But guys, I'll catch you in the next one, man. Peace.
Okay, I start doubting me, I felt lost. I rewrite it.